Channel, the Car Guy Channel. My name is Mike Hennessy. This show is all about cars and all four car guys. Get yourself a cold beer. Get yourself a cold beer, guys, because our show is... We are smoking! I'm Mike Hennessy, and you're watching the Car Guy Channel. I have an auto repair shop. I've been in the business for over 30 years. You name it, we got it, we built it, we've done it, we do it. We love this car stuff, and I hope you guys do too. We're gonna have a lot of fun, got a lot of stuff cooking, so just stay tuned.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We gonna rock around the clock tonight.
Welcome to the Car Guy Channel. We got a fantastic show. We got a combined show, and we went through dream machines, and I'm telling you, we had the toughest job on the planet to look for the best of dream machines. We had the 3 top runners up there, and I'm telling you, it was not an easy job. We had a street rod there. We had a beautiful, stunning 51 Chevy and a really, really cool 1965 Buick Riviera. And I'm telling you, to come up with the best of the best is very difficult at that event. Then we got Mountain View a la carte and art with all sorts of very, very cool cars and really neat stuff. I'm excited about this show because the weather is just fantastic. Great cars, great people, great food, a lot of stuff to do. You guys had to get in on the Mountain View a la carte next time. Great event. Hey, stick around, get yourself a cold one, sit down, and enjoy the show.
Around the clock tonight. We gonna rock, rock, rock to broad daylight. We gonna rock around the clock tonight. Let's rock on sight.
When you see cable cars, you see things like this. These guys and gals drive this on the road. Hey, tell us your name.
Rachel.
Hi, Rachel. How you doing?
Good.
And you, young man?
I'm Paul.
Hey, Paul. Now, you're kind of you're telling me he's the historian of this thing. How old is this?
This car was built originally in 1907, and it ran in the city on O'Farrell Street and on California Street until 1954. And then it was sold off as surplus as the city collapsed down some of the cable car lines. And then later on, a few years later, it was motorized, and it's been doing charters and tours and public events in the past 60 years.
Hey, we're going to try to see if we can bag this thing here for Hot San Jose Nights. But the nice thing, myself or Terry Sullivan won't be driving it. That'd be kind of a cool thing. Now, what type of power plant is this thing?
Well, right now, it's got a 428 Ford. At various times in the past, it had a 302 Ford. What it had in the late 50s, I don't know. But it's been an automatic for most of those years. Originally, it might have been a stick shift, I think, but way before I was driving it. I've only been driving it since 2013.
Kind of cool, huh?
Yeah, it's very cool. It's definitely a different job than what I've had in the past.
So when you drive this around, this is an attention getter, isn't it?
Absolutely, yes. Coming down here, people were like, what is that?
So you guys are the street rods. You really want to get some attention? Buy one of these. Hey, let's check out some cars around here.
Rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight.
You gotta love a COE cab. I just love them. They look fantastic. This guy has done a fantastic job. He actually did this on a 1985 C30 chassis. So he's got a big block motor in here. He's got fuel injection, automatic overdrive, and uses for towing for his own personal stuff. I'm telling you, if we give out an award for certain trucks and things, this would be one of my choices. I think he did a fantastic job, and the thing I like about it is very functional, and you can use it going out. A 1948 cab on here, tell you, love it. Fantastic.
Deep down in Louisiana, close to New Orleans, back up in the woods among the evergreens, there stood a log cabin made of earth and wood. Lived a country boy named Johnny B. Good. He never ever learned to read or write so well, but he could play a guitar just like a ringing a bell. Go, 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 Johnny, go, go, go. Go, Johnny, go, go.
It's always neat to find cars you just don't see everywhere. And how many people came up to you and said, hey, Chuck, what is this thing?
Actually, almost everybody, and they said, is this an American car? Is it from Europe? And then you explain that it's an American car made by the Graham Corporation.
And the reason why you brought this young guy is because your name is?
Graham.
Hi, Graham. How you doing?
Good, thank you.
Now, this is your first time at Dream Machines?
Yes.
So you're a newbie. They call them newbies, and I'm 65 years old, so most everybody knows what a newbie means.
Yeah.
How you enjoying yourself?
I'm enjoying myself great.
Kind of cool, huh?
Yeah.
Not bad food. Weather's okay.
Yeah.
And riding around a pretty cool car.
Yeah.
Hey, pretty neat. Now, you built this thing yourself.
Yes. Well, my checkbook. I'm really good at.
I own a restoration shop, and we love guys with a nice big fat checkbook.
Well, I don't. It's not fat anymore. Sorry. Yeah, I'm really good at taking things apart, and that's where it ends. Yeah.
Taking things apart, then putting them together, then you got to pay for it at the same time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And then you're teaching Graham to come to the show.
Yeah, Graham loves cars, and I have a few cars, and my friend over here, Graham's grandfather, brought him to my shop, and the kid loves cars and wants to go to car shows.
Now,
So
bringing young guys, Graham, how old are you?
I'm 12.
You're 12. Bringing a young guy like you into this hobby, I admire you and your granddad and people doing it. It's kind of I don't want to say it keeps you out of trouble. It has to be in you to enjoy it. Now, out of the cars your grandfather has and his, what's your favorite one?
well, not my grandfather. I'm a,
No, you're Chuck, and his grandfather's over there, right?
Yeah.
What's your favorite car?
my cars.
Obviously, this one.
Obviously. Apparently, you're buying lunch today, too.
Yeah. No.
Well, we got to get these young guys out there and keep involved with the cars and check out some more stuff.
A little Miss Coupe, you don't know what I got. A little Miss Coupe, you don't know what I got. Well, I'm not bragging, babe, so don't put me down. 'Cause I've got the fastest set of wheels in town. When something comes up to me, he don't even try. 'Cause if I had a set of wings, I know she could fly. She's my little Miss Coupe.
When you come to Dream Machines, you see a lot of the unusual. Of course, we talked about the Graham here a little bit. I happen to have a Graham and I have a Hutmobile. Now, the Hollywood Graham we have is cut in half, modified. It's been on an episode before. We're going to be bringing that back and hopefully taking that to Dream Machines pretty soon next year. But I'm telling you, seeing this here, the color, the paint, and seeing the family involved, we're going to meet these folks. Some very nice people, and I love interesting stuff. Hope you enjoyed that car.
Well, I saved my pennies and I saved my dimes. Giddy up, 409. Before I knew there would be a time. Giddy up, 409. When I would buy a brand new 409. 409. Giddy up, 409. Giddy up, 409. Giddy up, 409. Giddy up, 409. Nothing can catch her, nothing can touch my 409. 409. Giddy up, giddy up. Giddy up, giddy up. Giddy up, giddy up. Giddy up, giddy up. But when I take her to the track, she really shines. Giddy up, 409. She always turns in the fastest times. Giddy up, 409. My 4-speed dual quad positive traction 409. 409. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, 409. Giddy up, 409. Giddy up, 409. Giddy up, 409. Nothing can catch her, nothing can touch my 409. 409. 409. Giddy up, 409. Giddy up, 409. Giddy up.
You gotta love a Ford truck. You gotta love the F-100s, and then of course the 1956, and the kind of the straight bar window on it. They're really kind of unusual, and they're very, very cool. But he happens to have a big block Chevy, and I don't know if he can get a bigger motor in there than he can, but he's got something with a blower in the back. And I'm telling you, it's fantastic. And what a pretty cool looking piece. I love the color of it. It's very, very deco, kind of period correct with all that horsepower. Wonder if it needs a bigger blower in there. Let's take a look.
Maybe, baby, I'll have you. Maybe, baby, you'll be true. Maybe, baby, I'll have you for me. It's funny, honey, you don't care. You never listen to my prayer. Maybe, baby, you will love me someday. Oh, well, you are the one that makes me glad, and you are the
Your name again is?
Payal.
Payal.
Yeah.
My wife's going to like this. Sometimes when I screw up names all the time, my tongue gets tied. And your name is, of course, Mike.
Another one of many.
Okay, now I asked you a question. Is this your first time at Dream Machines?
This is my first time to Dream Machine.
Oh, we got a newbie with us
Yes,
today.
I'm so
I met a couple newbies out there. Mike, is this your first?
It is my first, yeah.
Oh my God, first time couple. Okay, now are you two married?
We're
I'm not. Wait.
We're
This is not. There's not. This is not. I don't need marriage counselors on the show. And I thought this is a car guy channel about cars. So you're engaged.
Yes.
You did the right thing. That's the right thing. Now, Payal.
Yes.
I got it right. I did get it right.
You got it
Okay.
right.
Now, what's your favorite car here?
My favorite car. All of them have to be my favorite in a different way, but he'll tell you that my favorite were the 70s Mustangs.
Their marriage is going to last. How's that? My wife says the show's kind of dedicated. My wife, she's fantastic. So this couple will last. She had the right answers. Get a hold of her, call her later. You girls work something out. You did a great job. Well, what about you, Mike? What's your favorite car?
I think my favorite is like the late 79 Challenger. But right now the car that I have is the 2016 WRX, which I love very much as well. So.
You guys got some good taste. So now what do you do for a living?
So I work in tech on vehicles as well. Yeah.
Tech vehicles?
Yes. Like autonomous trucks. Yeah.
She's being pretty secretive because Google won't let us film their car.
Well, it's not Google, but it's something like that.
It's something like that. So it's a name of a company that no one can talk about.
It's called Zoom.
I've heard of Zoom. I've given them a bad time. It's because they're newbies here at Dream Machines. And your way walking out the door, you can see a pink Cuda.
Okay.
Pink Cuda. Stop by. That's one of our cars we got here for the show. Well, good. We're going to check out a bunch of more stuff. These guys are walking around. You can tell they're a newbie because she didn't know what the heck's going on around here. Let's check out some more stuff.
Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. Yip, 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 mum, 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 mum. Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. Every morning about this time she gets me out of my bed to cry and get a job. Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. After breakfast every day she throws the warnings right my way and never fails to say Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. Yip, 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 mum, 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 mum. Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. Oh, when I get the paper, I read it through and through. Then my girl has the nerve to say, if there is any work for me, then I go back to the house.
On our search for the best of Dream Machines. And on our search, we're trying to find out what represents Dream Machines and what it's all about. Wild, crazy, and of course with quality. And then sometimes there's something that's just downright cool. This car right here, we're driving by, we see the flames, the color, everything about it, the blower, it just everything just kind of works for me. This has to be one of my choices today for one of the best Dream Machines.
Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. Yip, 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 mum, 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 mum. Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na.
And if I had to pick one of the cars out here for what they call best of old school, when I went to school, having a 55, 56, 57 Chevy, straight axle, jacked up in the front, and of course, whatever we could get under the hood that was fast, this is probably a little bit more money spent than what I could spend back in the late 60s. But I'm telling you, this is spectacular, very old school, period correct paint, straight axle in the front. This had to be one of my choices for one of the retro cars of really what Dream Machines is all about also. So I'm telling you, we're on a search. We're going to find something here. What we're going to do.
I read it through and through. Then my girl has the nerve to say, if there is any work for me, then I go back to the house, hear that woman's mouth, preaching and a crying. Tell me that I'm lying about a job.
That I never could find.
Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. Ba yip 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 mama mama mama. Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na.
I got Andre here. How you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you, Mike?
Excellent. I'm telling you, this car is just, I don't want to call it a car. I want to call it a display. And you just don't see this every day. This is just so retro, the car. Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, it's a 59 DeSoto wagon. That's very rare. They've, through the club, I found there's only 11 of them left, and probably half of those are on the road. It's been bored out to a 383, and it was quite the rust bucket when I got it, but it's polished it out pretty good, I think.
I love stuff like this. To me, it's
Keeping history alive.
This is exactly, it keeps history alive. This is really what car shows and events are all about, and this right here is really what Dream Machines is all about. And I know you pay to be here. And when I see vehicles like this, hope my partners in Dream Machine don't kill me for this. They should pay us.
Good idea.
Good idea, but it will never, ever happen. So don't go there. And we're going to check out a few cars. We're going to go through this here and check out what Andre's put together.
Why do fools fall in love? Why do birds sing so gay? Lovers await the break of day. Why do they fall in love? Why does the rain fall from up above? Why do fools fall in love? Why do they fall in love? Love is a losing game. Love can't be ashamed. I know of a fool you see, for that fool is me. Tell me why. Tell me why. Why do birds sing so gay? Lovers await the break of day. Why do they fall in love? Why does the rain fall from up above? Why do fools fall in love? Why do they fall in love?
Boy, we had the toughest job ever for Dream Machines this year, is trying to find the best of Dream Machines. There's a couple cars we're looking at, and there's a beautiful 65 Riviera. There's another street rod with flames, all kinds of very, very cool stuff. And so if you stick around, you're going to find out which car was the best of Dream Machines. What do you got?
I got a 72 Chevy pickup. I put a lot of work into. I've been doing body work. I've been doing the motor work. It's running pretty
And the
good.
guy said you got a 64 Chevy?
My best friend's got a 64 Chevy.
That's pretty
something
cool.
I've been working on since probably sophomore year in high school.
Two-door hardtop.
It's a four-door.
And four-door. I got some four-door 57 Chevys in my collection
Four-door's
now.
the way to go, really.
Four-doors work when you go out. If you trim them out kind of cool. Hey, one of the shows we did a wagon for a guy. These guys are in kind of like a club. Pontiac station wagon, four doors. Because the two-door hardtops, the convertibles, let's face it, they're almost unbuyable. They're getting tough. Well, for the average guy, I mean, that's a lot of dough to start spending and stuff.
It's like the Del Rey.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Or a bubble top.
Hard to
409
find.
double top, 409 type stuff. Pretty big stuff. Hey, good. I got my orders of parts coming in. Let's make sure to get all you guys in there. We just got to let people know that, you guys aren't, I don't want to say, it sounds terrible, but not you guys aren't the goofy parts guys. You know what you're doing. So if a guy calls up for a part, if you don't know exactly what he's talking about, you give him to someone who does, or they give him back to you. So I just kind of want people to know that. Hey, take care, bud.
All right, man.
You say you're gonna leave, you know it's a lie, 'cause that'll be the day. Hey, hey, when I die, well, you give me all your loving and your turtle doving, all your hugs and kisses and your money too.
always have a good time with the show because there's always great people. Robin, how you doing?
I'm great.
And your
I'm
husband
great.
was grabbing your hair, and I said, "Get your hands off her! Quit, knock that crap off. This is a family show." Now, this is your second time here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a great time when we come. It's great to see the cars here, and of course, we love visiting with you too.
The way she does it, a great time. That's really good. And you're bringing your Firebird, and they're finding you're going to be selling this car, huh?
Yes, we are.
After all this time.
I've had it for 20 years. It's been amazing, enjoyable car. I loved it.
I still have socks that are 20 years old.
Hopefully you've washed them at least once.
I do wash my socks. These are some of the nice people that come to Mountain View a la carte with their Firebird. Let's check out some other cars.
That'll be the day when I die. Well, when Cupid shot his dart.
At this show, you get a little bit of everything. You got a 1961 Daimler, and I'm telling you, these are used for their scout vehicles, a little bit of recon. That's what they'd use these out for recon to see really what's happening out there. And they have a Rolls-Royce motor, Rolls-Royce built, Rolls-Royce design engine in them, and these are just phenomenal, and they're very, very, very collectible. But to bring it over here to Mountain View a la carte, I'm telling you, see a little bit of everything. And I mentioned earlier, Jacques Littlefield had the biggest, largest tank collection in the world at one time. And of course, these people kind of know each other, and Jacques had one, and these are kind of all around, and people are restoring them and using them. Going down the street, this gets many heads turns as a street rod. Check it out.
That'll be the day. That'll be the day.
These guys have seen to get the memo about bringing a purple car. How many purple cars are here today?
One, I think.
Oh, come on. You know why? Because they stand by his old car. Purple cars everywhere. And the nickname of this car is Cherry Pie?
Yes.
How did it come up?
It's black. The color is black cherry.
So that's the name of the car, Black Cherry or Cherry Pie.
Yeah.
Very cool. Did you build this, or is it, you said it was a garage find?
Garage find. The gentleman that built it in 2000. This paint is 19 years old. And the car still looks pretty good. He passed away. It was his dream, so his wife put it in the barn for 8 years. And they owned vineyards in Paso Robles. Well, when she passed away, I guess the kids had big tax liabilities or something. They sold everything, and I ended up with the car.
1953 Chevy. That doesn't get much better than that. And the color, I think, is outstanding. Since they had wineries, and this color might have something to do with it, would you think?
I would think so, yeah, because they do a lot of red wines in Paso Robles.
So that's, we're not the smartest tax of the bunch, but we figured that one out, didn't we?
Yeah, easy. Yeah. That was an easy one. Actually, I saw this at a car show there. They have a antique airport there, and they always put on a big car show at the airport, and they have and they take people for rides in biplanes and such. And I saw this car, and I told my wife, I'm going to own that car someday. 2 years later, I ended up with it.
I met guys that say, you know, I'm going to marry that woman someday, too. I've seen that before, too.
I'm going to marry that car someday.
Well, when you own it, you're really married to it.
Right.
But when you get a lot of these events now, a lot of them are switching to airports, just like Dream Machines.
Mm-hmm.
Dream Machines is just off the chart this year. We must have had 30,000 people, and it was just huge. And, of course, with the Hot San Jose Nights being held at Reed Hillview Airport and airplanes, airports are where it's because you got the space to put them, and car people like to go to these things and enjoy them.
Yeah, I've been to the San Jose one, I think, 3 or 4 years in a row now.
Well, good.
I go to that one all the time.
Well, we like that. Hey, let's check this car out and go around it. Check it out.
In the morning we'll be starting out. Some hunters will be coming along. We're loading up our Woody with the boards inside, heading out singing our song. Come surf, baby, wait and see, yeah. I'm gonna take you surfing with me. Well, come on, surf, baby, wait and see. I'm gonna take you surfing with me.
I guess some other people got the memo on something purple. Is this fantastic? This is absolutely gorgeous. And that color just sticks out on a nice shiny day like today. It's beautiful. Check this hair out. Very, very cool street rod.
They're walking the nose. We're going on safari to the islands this year, so if you're coming, get ready to go. Come surf, baby.
I get all sorts of emails from a lot of friends, a lot of clients, a lot of people that go to the show, and I always get an email from Dan the Man. How you doing, Dan?
All right, how you doing?
Good. Now, Dan is a music guy, and he really understands music real well, and he goes, hey, Mike, I got a DVD, right, that you put together.
That's right.
He put together one for me. I listened to it. I'm working on stuff. He dropped off another one with the Superman theme and all this stuff, but I just want to give you a little bit about Dan. But Dan's collecting a car. This is his second car. He's actually had 3. The one he had wrecked and got this IROC. This right here, these are coming on hot. And now there's companies and website, which was called something about Camaros.com?
Thirdgen.com.
Thirdgen.com. And I didn't even know of it until you sent it to me. There's a following now. The IROCs are hot. They're coming in because they're affordable cars to get into, not crazy money like some of the stuff that, that's out there.
Yeah.
And it's a body style you seem to like, isn't it?
It is. I always loved it since the 80s. I always wanted one, and I finally got one, 20 years ago? And I had that car for a long time. Somebody just came into me and wrecked it.
Well,
and now had to replace it with this one.
Dan, they say that in our line of work, poop happens. That's the way it is.
Right.
But then you go ahead and get a new one. At least they're out there. They're available. And to get a nice one like this one, this is a 1990 IROC. It's a pretty cool car.
This is the final year for the IROC.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it's fuel injected?
Yes, it is. 5.7.
Starts right on a key, does everything you need it to do.
Yes.
I think it's pretty cool. Let's check this car out from Dan the Man. We'll look it over.
Get out in that kitchen and rattle those pots and pans. Get out in that kitchen and rattle those pots and pans.
You guys and gals who watch the show know I like things that are unusual, things are a little bit different. And I think an AMX is absolutely very collectible and very unique and very different. American Motors built these and when they go ahead and compete really with the muscle car world. They had quite a few different models of cars. They had a Rambler Rebel. They had all sorts of stuff that could actually compete. Hearst even got involved with some of the performance cars. But an AMX, and the AMX stands for American Motors Experimental, is what it actually stood for. This happens to be a 68, the first year the AMX came in, and brand new cars for those years, they've only costed, this car right here is $2,573 in 1968. I couldn't afford to put tires in this car for $2,700. This is a pretty neat car. I mean, I'm telling you, it has a 4-speed, the V8. This is spectacular. Good collectible car. Check this one here out.
I said shake, rattle and roll. I said shake, rattle and roll. Shake, rattle and roll. Shake, rattle and roll. Well, you never do nothing to save your doggone soul. You're wearing those dresses, your hair done up so nice. You're wearing those dresses, your hair done up so nice. You look so warm, but your heart is cold as ice. I said shake, rattle and roll. I said shake, rattle and roll.
Where do you see things like Stutz Bearcats and motorcycles flying in the air and all sorts of cool stuff? I'm telling you, we try to cover all the events and go on in the Bay Area and cover a lot of the cars. If you got a car that wants to be in the Car Guy channel, send me an email or get a hold of me through carguychannel.com. We got all stuff going on. I want to dedicate this show here to my wife, Susan, for all the hard work that she's been doing throughout the year for Hot San Jose Nights. And, of course, all the stuff she does for our business. Susan, I love you very much, and you're a fantastic gal. We got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of new shows coming in. God bless you, and see you next week.
In a seafood store. I'm like a one-eyed cat peeping in a seafood store. I can look at you, tell you don't love